Thank you for the offer that you've given.
Amen.
Amen. We want before you, Lord, we have an inspirational speaker. This young lady, she is an active member of the church. We do Sunday school, Sunday service, YPWW, even services during the week. And she has done well in school. And I'll let her tell her story. And I'm going to turn the floor over to Gabrielle Burgess-Smith.
Amen.
Is anything too hard for God? That doesn't even need a spoken answer. Our lives is the answer. Everything we do and everything we speak answers that question. We give testimonies every Sunday on what God has brought us through.
Yes.
So, when you live in a mundane world, you start to lean on your own understandings and not God. And you begin to forget to call on God, even on the small things. If you just like cut your finger with scissors or a knife, you don't immediately pray like, oh God, please help me. I pray that this cut will be healed. You know that you can do it yourself. You run water over it, you put a Band-Aid on it, it's done. You take the Band-Aid off tomorrow, perhaps. But let's say you go to the doctor, and they say, oh, you might not be able to walk tomorrow. The first thing you do is pray. And although one situation seems to weigh more than the other, in God's eye, they're both the same. So you pray for even the little things, and it's not too hard for him. He's able to do it all.
Amen.
So I will be reading from Jeremiah 32:27. Behold, I am the Lord, the God of all flesh. Is there anything too hard for me? And the answer is no. Nothing is too hard for God.
All right.
The second verse I will be reading from is Ephesians 3:20. Now unto him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us. So, I never worried, like growing up, not having enough money for college. After middle school, I knew there was high school. After high school, I knew that I was going to college. It wasn't until my mom, she came back from Georgia, and she told me that, she didn't have a job then when she came back from Georgia. And she's always had a well-paying job, and we always went to movies all the time, and we were able to do everything that we wanted to do. But then when she told me that we may not have enough money for college, it was an eye-opener. It didn't shock me because I still knew that I was going to college, but I did pray about it, and I knew that I had to do well in school. And when I did that, I did well in school, and I became salutatorian of my graduating class.
Amen.
I had applied to over 12 different universities, and I was accepted into all of them, and they all offered scholarship money. But it was, in fact, is there anything too hard for God? Because Eastern Michigan University was my first choice, and that just so happened to be that was the full ride that I got. what was promised to
All
me.
right. Go ahead.
And so there is nothing is too hard for God. And like just have faith and pray. Money for college, like okay, it's like $20,000 to $30,000, and that is a lot of money, and like per year, but it's like as a kid, you know that it's a lot of money, but you know that your parents will take care of it. Like you don't worry about the cost. You know, it's like, oh, I'm gonna go to Tennessee State University. You know, and you just like, Mom, I want to go there.
All right.
So it's when you go to God and you have a set plan and you know what you want to do, He will put you on the path that you need to go on if you pray, have faith.
Amen.
Amen.
Yes, yes, yes.